Hey, welcome back everybody to another episode of Modsauce. In last episode we finally turned on our ore processing and it has been running, I'm gonna say about 12 hours and so on. Altogether everything was done. It didn't run 12 hours continuously, but over the last 12 hours I got rid of all the ore that was waiting in all the chests and so on. And to give an idea how much stuff was processed, we got almost 36,000 iron ingots now. And, plenty of other things. 26,000 redstone, 1,200 diamonds, and so on. We got lots of mats. And in the overflow chest, there's pretty much nothing. This is all stuff I just dumped in manually. And I'll show you guys over at the... Oh, actually, I moved it here. I forgot. I moved the automatic ore converter in here. So this is the input chest that comes from the ore processing, and then it goes into the ore converter. Here I just have a few speed upgrades and a stack upgrade, not too much. And over here we got a lot. I added a lot more to make sure this is as fast as it can be. And in here all I added was copper, tin, lead, and sulfur and coal powder. Because we had some thermal expansion, coal powder, and it kept ending up, I don't know where it came from. Maybe it's a byproduct from something. And sulfur somehow ended up with some railcraft sulfur. But it's all taken care of. Nothing else seems to not fit in any of the deep storage units. Everything seems to be fine. Okay, so now that we got the quintuple and quadruple done, by the way, I have a lot of good ideas on how to make the system better up there. And we are going to do that in one of the future episodes. I think I have some pretty good plans for that, but I don't want to change that setup now until we have our ME system going and taking care of a few other things first. It's working well and fast, but we gotta still fine tune it. I don't like it just the way it is yet. Anyways, so for now everything was pumped in here. We still have the pick ore processing. This chest is empty because I moved everything into here. Now this stuff here still needs to get taken care of. We still need to process all these ores with the manual pick. So what I did is I made an amethyst pickaxe just with a paper binding and a paper rod, and applied 450 lapis and 150 redstone to it. And of course flux, a redstone flux capacitor with 2 million RF. And we are going to set up the process now to automatically take care of these ores. And for testing purposes, I'm going to take just one stack with me right now, and we'll go ahead and set that up. Okay, so we're over here where the cobble gen is, and this is where I would like to set up this process, and I'm just going to set it up and talk you guys through while I'm doing it. Now, I'm adding an energetic infuser here, because this pickaxe here eventually is going to use up all the RF, and I would like it to be automatically charged. Now this is took me quite a while to figure out how to set this up, and there might be better processes of doing it, and if you guys know of a better process, please let me know, but I'll show you guys how I figured to set this up for now. So this autonomous activator here gets the amethyst pickaxe. We're going to set this to left click and first slot only. I think from my texture pack this is missing that button, but it shows first slot only and it does work. Now the other autonomous activator over here is going to be the one that is going to place the blocks down for us so we can smash them. And here we are going to put this in the chest right there. That is the one for the manual, the pick process. Okay. Transfer node. And I'm just going to put in a stack upgrade because the system here is not so fast. So nothing really happens. So let me just show you guys what's going to happen. You place one there. It places it. The pick breaks it. Get XP and the items. And of course I get hit if I walk in front of it. Now we need to figure out a way on how to automatically pick up the items, and well, get rid of them. So I figured we're gonna put the input chest right there. And I'm gonna place a vacuum hopper against this side. And this one we want to set to, go away, NEI, to put the items into the chest. So now when I chuck these items, they go into the vacuum hopper and they go into our storage. They're already gone. And we're also picking up XP. Now, I don't know if we're actually gonna do something with this XP, but, you know, might eventually... Well, bye-bye, blocks. I didn't want you anyway. Oops, that was one too many. This back here. But I made a few tanks here for the XP to get stored. And we can just run over here and right-click it to get levels. And once this tank is full, I don't know if I'm going to void it. We'll figure it out. So let's see how fast this fills first. Alright, so now that we got this set up, put in one again. It gets broken. Boom, goes away, and XP goes into the tank. So very simple so far. And now we're gonna need 2 retrieval nodes. One retrieval node here, and I'm going to first run the pipe over here so I can disconnect this. Alright, now it's only connected to the node. And then we need another node here. And before I hook up this cable here, we're gonna put in a filter first. Now, this was the part that took me a while to figure out. There's 2 item filters. Put them both out. The first item filter has the fully charged pickaxe in it. Okay? That is the item filter that we want to put into this retrieval node. The one that's going to put the pickaxe back into the autonomous activator. And then we have a second retrieval node here. And this is where I couldn't figure out. There's when you take an... Oh yeah, when you take an item filter and you place it in a crafting grid with a redstone torch, you make an inverted item filter out of it. So a not filter. And so I put the full pickaxe in here again, and it's inverted. So now if I put this in here, it's not gonna pull out a fully charged pickaxe. You guys see that? Where's the pickaxe? Where did she go? Are you? What is happening? Where did my pickaxe go? Oh. It wasn't here just a second ago, was it? Anyway, it's in there. Alright. So now what's going to happen is, as soon as we place one block, let me show you guys, this pickaxe is going to get pulled out right after it took a little bit of damage, get charged, and come back. Let me see if we can follow this. Boom. Sucked out and back in. So it gets charged after every block. Now, I'm not particularly a fan of that. I would like it to, you know, do at least 10, 20 or something blocks in a row before it gets charged. But I don't really want to wait too long, because this energetic infuser really only has 600,000 RF. Well, it's almost half the pickaxe, but this thing is kind of slow. But for our purposes, it's good enough. So what I came up with is, I have a little system here that I want to try and see if you guys like it. What I did is I placed a block here with a redstone torch. Alright, now this retrieval node is disabled. And let me show you guys. Let's just take a few so it takes more durability damage. You guys see it does not get sucked out, because the redstone signal tells the node don't do anything. And now what we need to do is figure out a way of every once in a while to let it get pulled out. And so what I came up with is using a timer and a repeater. Now the repeater here is, and I figured this setting is the best right there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clicks. Because if you only flash this on the timer, the redstone torch, you only turn it off for a split second, this node doesn't pull it out. It needs a little time to suck it out and then put it in here. And then we have a timer here, which now, of course, is going to be very fast, but you'll see it here in a second. Watch the redstone torch turn off. It gets sucked out, and it's back. And now we can set this timer here to something, what I found good is 30 seconds. So every 30 seconds, it's going to disable the redstone signal, and then suck the pickaxe out, charges it, and puts it back. So that's 30 seconds of full swing where this thing can go nuts. So let's go ahead and put half a stack in here and watch this for a second. How far is this timer over here? It's almost done. Okay. So now you can see it's taking damage more and more, or it's using the charge. And watch the redstone over here. It's off. It gets sucked out and back in and continues. A very short interruption, and every 30 seconds, I think that's good. That works nicely. Now, if you guys have any better idea on how to manage this, I looked at these filters at the... There is another filter that ignores metadata and another filter that ignores NBT data, but I couldn't see that those are good for our purpose. So I just went with the inverted. You know, if it's not fully charged, pull it out, but I wanted to make sure it's on a 30-second timer. All right. So now all we gotta do is go down here and take everything out of here and put it back into this chest. And I'm gonna do all the rest, of course, between the episodes. But let's check that it all comes over here. All right, so the thing is probably already full with all the different items, and it's breaking everything. I don't think there's going to be any problems. It works. Now, the other thing is, if I start running into a problem with my magnet being here, let me put on my low magnet. I have both. I have the rare earth, which I usually use for when I'm out mining and stuff, but the regular magnet here. I do suck them up if I get close. So that is a little bit of a problem. So it's possible that I'm going to move this entire thing here into a compact world, possibly. But we'll see. For now, I let it run so I can finally process the rest of these ores. Okay, slight change in the setup. I moved this ender chest on top of the activator and the vacuum hopper on top, because after a minute or so, there was a bunch of gems just sitting over here. They were pushing into the block, and see that block right there, and the vacuum hopper on the other side tried to pull them through, but the blocks were placed so fast that they couldn't get to the vacuum hopper. So now there should be no more problem. They can go to the left, and if they go to the right, they can fly up. So that should be the fastest way now, and it's still collecting the XP. So that's good. Now let's move on to the next thing I want to do today. And that is, I want to make use of this octuple compressed cobblestone. It's been waiting here, looking at me for a few days now, but I just never found the right time to actually make our first Bedrockium drum. But today is the day. And look, we already have 6 septuple again and 8 sextuple. So we almost have the next octuple compressed cobblestone, which is really awesome. So now let's pick this guy up, and we'll go and make our first Bedrockium drum. That's what I wanted this for, to start storing more liquid XP. And as far as I know, I've never made one of these. Usage, I believe, you smelt this guy into a block of Bedrockium and then use that in the crafting table and break it up into Bedrockium ingots. Let's see. Hopefully it works so we don't waste 43 million cobblestone. And from what I heard is that when you put this on, you walk really slow. Yeah, that's so awesome. Slowness 4. Well, it's 43 million cobblestone, right? Cool. Our first Bedrockium ingot. And this is the recipe. Oh, heavy. Yay, I'm really excited about this. 65,000 buckets, because then we can really up our mob essence. I'm gonna leave the rest of these here. What else can we actually make with these? I haven't even checked yet. Oh yeah, the hyper energy transfer nodes. That's really good. Watering can me. Okay, that seems to be it. Bummer, I was hoping there's more, but I'm sure we can use a lot of these Bedrockium drums eventually. So let's go down to the mob farm and finally put this into place. I wanted to do this for the longest time. We don't need you anymore, or you, or you. And I'm gonna set these guys up to drain into this drum here later after the episode is done. And put this guy here. Wow, apparently these pipes had 11,000 or 12,000 essence stored up. And now we can turn on the blaze farm again. Because now we want to store as much of this mob essence as we can. And I still need to bring a different ender chest. No, I already have the right ender chest. I forgot that I put that in here. Bam! Turn this guy on also. Both of them going. Yeah, why did I have this guy off? I'm not sure. I'm not getting any mob essence from this. Only from these guys. How much are we getting? Come on. No. Should fill up really nice and fast now. Wow. Did we really just jump to 50 buckets? Holy shnikes. That is awesome. This hopefully doesn't connect. I want to drain this guy out. Extract. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to let this sit like this. You're draining, right? And you're filling. No, I don't want you to connect over here, my friend. In, out. Disabled. Alright, now it's filling. Okay, cool. Let me put away these pipes. And now we're going to the fun part. Something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. And that is to start with our ME system. Now, there's a few machines I'm going to make here for these inscribers first, because that's what we need to start with. And my goal for today is just to get the inscriber started. Make the parts for our first controller, drive, and make a few drives in it, storage cells. So all the chests that I have downstairs and these chests and so on, I can start dumping all in there, and I can find stuff easier. And then we'll see how much time we have left, and then maybe we're gonna automate the inscribers, but we'll see. Let me get the stuff together. I have no idea why I just did that cut. I totally forget to show you guys this first. You might have seen the sign a few times with magnet. I made a compact machine a while ago and placed it here because I wanted to start preparing for when we get going with the Applied Energistics. So first of all, magnets are both on the back, nothing can happen. And let's enter. And this is the, I think I made the obsidian size. Yeah, so that's 9 by 9 by 9. And all it is for now is, as you can see over here, to make charged Certus, or whatever this is called, the pure Certus quartz crystal. And I also make the flux in here, just, well, it's out of the way and there's water. So let's pick these up. I had no idea. Why is there two there? Not sure when I made those. Okay, and let me explain to you real quick how you make these. Now, this flux crystal is the easiest. And in case you guys don't know, or don't remember after you watch this episode, you can simply go to the flux crystal, and when you go through here, it always tells you how you make it. You drop one charged Certus quartz, another quartz, and a redstone dust, and a puddle of water next to each. So let's get one. Did that just catch on fire when I pulled it out? You guys see that? Is that normal? Okay. Whatever, it's all good. So let's dump this guy, and this guy. Then you see, bam, instantly, we get these two flux crystals. Those are easy to make. There's no reason to make a room for those, but these guys are a little bit the pain in the butt to make now. And I'm gonna show you guys real quick. What you need for those is you need a charged Certus quartz dust. Just a Certus quartz dust. And a sand. And when you combine those in the crafting table, you get 2 Certus quartz seeds. And those you dump into water. And they do not despawn. These guys here, if you let them sit, they will despawn after 5 minutes. These guys won't. And then I think there's another one. The pure flux crystals. Let's just see real quick. Flux seed made from flux dust and sand. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure they usually tell you when you hover over the seeds. Matter ball, where are the seeds? Come on. Don't let me... 1,000 pages of facades. There we go. This item won't despawn. This item won't despawn. So these two just... Oh, and this one also. Cool. So those won't despawn. Now you gotta leave them in here for about 18 days. Until they're fully grown. That's how it feels. I'm not kidding. Check it out. I'm picking them up and check the status. 0% still. There's ways of speeding this up, but I wanted to do that on camera, setting those up. So I just made 2 stacks and a few extra and let them sit in here for a few days, pretty much. Came in here. So now I got 2.5 stacks almost of these. So when we get started now with making all this stuff, you know, I don't need to wait. I wanted to make all this now, and then we'll set it up. Yeah, I prepared a bunch of stuff, but I wanted to make sure that everything in the beginning, at least, we are setting up together, because you might be in the same boat as me. Applied Energistics 2 might be new to you. I have, of course, used Applied Energistic 1 forever, it feels. And I was pretty good with it, I thought. And then when you come to AE2, it's like, all right, forget everything that you think you know, and you have to start over. Now, I made 5 of these inscribers, very easy to make. Always, a lot of these recipes, by the way, you can use the pure or like the charged, or what is this other one called here? Pure Certus quartz. But a lot of times you can just use the regular version of it. So always make sure that when you shift left click on the question mark that it actually puts in the right things. Now, as far as I know, these inscribers here can only be powered from underneath or the top. But I could be wrong, so I'm just going to place it like this. And I made a bunch of these facades just so, you know, we can make it look nice when we get to it. And then there's going to be another one here. Anyways, I made 5 because you have 4 different of these presses, which you get from the meteors. Pretty sure you guys know what they look like. Black balls in the middle of the landscape and craters. And you dig down in the middle and there's chests. And in those you can get these presses. So where's the silicon press is the first one. And I think they go on the bottom. We'll see in a second. Then here, logic, engineering, calculation. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not very familiar with it yet. And then the 5th one is to assemble the parts to make the actual chips or whatever you want to call this. So the first thing I want to make now is a energy acceptor. What does that look like again? Come on. I looked at you a few times now. You gotta be kidding me. Where are you? You guys are probably pointing at the screen. It's right there. Oh man. Drive controller, energy cells, energy acceptor. Please don't let me hang. Wow. Sorry about that. Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna type it in here. It looks like that gray box with the purple squirrely. Gray box with the purple squirrely. Here we go. Alright, we make that with quartz glass for iron and this thing here. And I got everything ready for the quartz glass. And as far as I know, we're gonna need 12 to get going. And I want to make sure, yes, it's using a nether quartz because, you know, I got unlimited nether quartz, but not so much Certus yet. So I want to make sure, ooh, you get 4 of those. Well, let's just make more then, just so in case we need them. So we got that, and now let's make this guy. Now what the energy acceptor is for is, takes the regular flux, okay, is so you can use RF power, and then that converts it into the AE power, their measurement. And the other thing I want to make is a dense energy cell, which you need 8 of these energy cells. So let's make these guys first. It took the fluix dust, which we need. Certus. See, right there is a charged Certus. I'm going to take that out and put in the regular Certus. And, alright. So let's make 8 of these. And the other thing now we need to make is one of these calculation processes. So you see that in the inscriber, that's the 5th one that I made, where you combine these parts. So first we're gonna need to make a bunch of these silicons. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. That's this guy, and Put this right there. And this, really, you can only make one at a time. Holy shnikes. Alright, well, right now we only need one, so I'll make the other ones off camera. Ay, that's gonna be fun. Definitely need to automate this ASAP. And then we need a printed, which is with a pure Certus quartz. What? Which one was it? Calculation press. That's the logic, engineering, and calculation press. Let's put one of those in there. Cool. Luckily, it doesn't take that long to make them. And then we need to combine this up here, that there, and one redstone. Yay! Not complicated, it's just different. And I'm sure I'm gonna get used to it soon. So now we got this and just surround it. Cool. Well, that was easy. And put this guy around here. And that's pretty much your battery. That's all that is. And let's go ahead and hook that up. And I kind of want to see them in the beginning. I'm going to put the energy acceptor. I don't want to go too far to the right. Well, I can always move it around. So let's just put this here and this guy there. And then connect this with the power real quick. Right. Don't see anything happening here. This is supposed to light up or something. Let's make sure we're extracting that. And here we are inserting. Did I do something wrong? Dense energy cell. Dense energy cell. That's what we made, right? Well, it looks like it is changing color a little bit, isn't it? Maybe it's just because I'm still using the lower cables here. Maybe I gotta up those. Anyway, well, it has power now. Now, the next thing I want to make is the controller, a drive. I would like to make 10 of these 4K ME storage cells. And of course a crafting terminal, which is one of this guy right there. So let's see first, let's start with the controller. We need pure flux crystals, which I believe are the ones that take a while. Yes. So I'm telling you what, guys, I already ground up some flux dust. You guys saw that. And I got the sand. How many? Let me just check how many we need. We need 4 for this. Do we need any for these cables? No. Do we need any for the crafting monitor? Any of these here? No. Alright. I'm gonna go over to Hoover Who's base because he has these growth accelerators. And I'm sure he doesn't mind if we use this. I forgot where it is. I think he put it upstairs. Yes, there they are. And well, I have no idea if these guys are turned on, but I'm gonna say yes. Okay, let's just make, I can always make more of this. Let's just make 32. That should last us a while. Let's see how fast this goes. I have no idea if, you know, it's gonna be seconds or minutes, and I'll be right back. So I got these just out of the puddle now, these pure flux crystals. It took about 5 minutes and then they were fully grown. And in the meantime, I came back here and made a few more of these printed silicone and printed calculation circuits. Just so, well, I got a few left over. They're not going to go bad. And okay, so now we got this guy here. And I forgot to take the sky stone out of here. The sky stone is you also get from these I was gonna say volcanoes, meteors, and you just cook it up in the smeltery and then you get those, or in the furnace I should say. Now where were we? I gotta get used to all these icons again. Come on, there we go. So what am I missing? Oh, I still gotta assemble this guy here. Got to do that. So that was one of these, and a redstone. I'm liking these. You guys see this when it's done? Boom. It's like the press comes down. I think the animation is nice. Okay. Man, how many times I'm gonna miss it? Okay. Maybe I gotta put them in by hand. And you go in the middle, and then we had 4 of these. Okay, I'm obviously doing something wrong. What's happening? Is this a different one? Ah, there we go. We need the engineering one. I bet that's the one with the diamond. Yes. Alright, let me grab a diamond real quick. That's the only downside right now, having to come down here every time to get my materials, but it's only gonna be a little longer, and then, well, actually, let me just take a few in case we need more soon. But it's only gonna be a few more. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be multiple episodes. I want to hook those up as soon as I can, of course. So, that was the wrong one. We need this guy here. Alright, make us want to... What was the wrong one? Ay, ay, ay. This is the engineering. Which one are you? You are this one. Okay. I'm learning. I hope you guys are too. And if not, sorry that I'm derping here, but I gotta learn it. Of course I gotta assemble it. Wrong one. Here and there. I mean, it makes sense how to make them. I don't know why this one is in the engineering and this one was in the calculation, but whatever. Alright, we get our ME controller. Now this whole spiel about, you know, that these machines use channels and why we're going to use dense cables and so on and so on. We'll get to that when we're actually needed, when we set up and we have more channels, or we need more channels that we need, because I don't fully understand it all just yet. Okay, so now we got the controller. Now the next thing I want to do is make a drive, where we need, is this the diamond ones? Okay, 2 more of the diamonds, and we need to make a few of these cables. It's just flux with this. It's just, alright, we can make those real quick. That's just glass. And I'm gonna use always nether quartz when I can, and just let's just get 18, whatever. I get more glass if I need it. And did it take regular flux? Yes. Well, I'm only gonna make 8 right now in case I need this for some other recipes. And I'm gonna make 2 of these, and then we'll assemble it. Here's our drive. Yay! I'm super excited. I'm very stoked about this right now, and I'm just lining this all up right here now, so we get it going, and I can put everything in here, because once these drives are full, we can move this around without having to move chests and pick them up and yada yada. Okay, so I'd say, well, we're gonna need one of these cables for now right there, because this is where we're gonna mount this crafting terminal on. So I'm gonna need another calculation press. That's the one with the pure certus, which was this guy. And I need a crafting thingy here. I'm gonna need to make a gold. This is the gold one. And I think that I also need those for the 4K. That takes 3 of these. So that is 31 gold I need for this. And then we also need, what else is in here? Well, the rest is easy. We made a bunch of these now so far. And what do I need for the terminal? In here, these guys. So I said 31. You need anything fancy? How are you, mate? That's easy. 32, 33. Alright, I'm gonna cook up 33 of these real quick and bring the rest of the mats, and then we can make the crafting terminal and our 10 drives. And I'm gonna bring a chest. Oh, I already had some of these. And I'm gonna bring a chest so I can empty my inventory. So because I need to make so many of these, I went back down to my chest because I looted a lot of these meteors. And I had a second of these logic presses and a second one of the silicon. So now I have 2 logic and 2 silicon, and all I do is shift click the gold in here and shift click the silicon in there. By the time I drop the last one in here, this one is already done. And I just keep going, ring around the rosy like this until I got close to a stack of each one of these now. That's gonna be nice. I just wanted to show you guys in case you need to make a lot of them and you don't have an automated yet. Woo, that was a lot of preparing. Holy shnikes, that's a lot of parts. But first, let's get started with making that crafting monitor now, where we need these illuminated panels. And now here's what I see, by the way. If you can just keep the illuminated panel, if we put it in again, we get a bright illuminated panel. And I don't know if yeah, let's just do it again. And then if you put the bright in again, you get a dark illuminated panel. And, well, I'm gonna go with the dark one for now. And if I don't like it, well, then maybe I'll make another one or whatever. But I have no idea, how big of a difference is that. But the recipe says you can use either one of them. Oh yeah, now, and next we need to make these formation cores and annihilation cores. And if you guys check, these 2 parts are the same. The annihilation is with the nether quartz and this one is just a Certus quartz. So let's get those out. And we put this, this one and 1 and 1. Cool, we got an ME terminal. And just in case you guys have never seen that, you can use an ME terminal just to access it, but you cannot craft anything. Okay, so you can have those everywhere, just, hey, I need something, and then you take it out and so on. But, really? Arr, come to me. What are you doing? Knucklehead? Alright. And now, crafting table and another one of these calculation presses, plus this terminal, and yay, we got our crafting terminal. And now you can see the difference. Now, we have a crafting window here. In case you guys have a bug that's been going around for a while, where these items here go all the way over here, you can change these settings over here. Now I'm gonna go with the taller one because I like to have a bigger list. Oh, what is that? That is 7 compared to 5, so you get 2 extra rows. Hey, better than nothing. Cool. And now let's go ahead and make our drives. And we need 30 of these 1K storage components, and we use those in here together with 10 more calculation presses, which makes the 4K storage components. And then we take those and put them into the storage housing in the middle, or you can take the storage housing out. Let's just do one of them. Oops, I wanted to make one the other way, just to see if that works the same way, and bam. And you can also just take a storage housing plus that, and that makes the same thing. Yay, we got our... I'm so excited. And let's put all these puppies in here. And we got lots of storage now for all our gobbledygook. All these chests downstairs. But now I want to make one more item. And that is a ME interface. Where are you, Mr. Interface? Really, why can't I find anything today? Maybe on the next page? Nope, it's gotta be on here in the first page. Where are you? Where's all the buses and stuff? Okay, let's just go interface. I want to make... Oh... What? There it is. What's the difference between this one and this one? I don't know this one yet. I only know this one. And how do we make the... Oh. Are we that lucky that we have these 2 parts? Let's make it 4 iron, 2 glass. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And do it. Cool. Now I show you guys what I want to use that for. And that is going to come... Actually, it's going to go behind the wall. I don't want to see it. Back here. That's going to be the last thing. I didn't think that one through. Because I got to run an ME cable all the way up there. Well, we're going to handle that differently then. I'm going to make another 2 ender chests real quick. And how am I going to do that? We're going to put this behind here. Let's just put it... Well, who cares? Right there. And how I'm going to do this now, I need a cable. Connect this. If this still works the same way and than it did in AE before, let's just test real quick. If I left click this in there, you guys saw it for a split second. Let's put the other stuff in there also. And now if we look in the terminal, it's already in our ME system. So I'm going to put another ender chest here with a transfer node going into this. And then at the end of our right side storage system, you know, all the items that don't have any room in the deep storage unit, so it automatically comes here and goes into our, oh my god, my words, sorry, into our ME system. Okay, I'm gonna make 2 of these ender chests real quick with new colors, and then I'll show you guys what I was talking about. I made the 2 ender chests, and now we are going to this over here. Break this connection. We don't need that anymore. And I figured we're gonna make this white, black, and white. Diamond, so it's private. Right, this is typing the right way, right? Yes. I close that hole in a minute. And bam. Come on, get up there. And we sneak in here. And put this ender chest right there. I don't think that you can set it. No, you can set it directly next to it. And the diamond. And let's put a transfer node. And make it nice and fast just to make sure. And now, if I'm not mistaken, put this in there. And it's in the ME system, that cable. Very cool. So, I guess what I'm gonna do now is... Yep. I'll show you guys. I'm gonna use that storage ender pouch, everything that's the main storage, or you just see ender pearls coming through every once in a while from the enderman farm. And then I can, for example, just take everything out, open this, and start dumping everything in here. Let me just make sure I don't put my backpack in there, and this, and I'm probably gonna put this down here for now, and put a torch there. Because what that means is now I can go around, you know, break chests, and then just shift, oops, I gotta open the bag, and then shift space, and it puts everything into our storage system, and then it runs through the storage system, and it comes in here. If it doesn't find a place in any of the deep storage units, it will come in here. And let's do the same for this. Bam. Bam. Break all this stuff down and start putting it in here. And I'll get back to you as soon as everything, all the chests, of course not the ender chests over here, but all the chests downstairs and all the other rooms, everywhere where I have gobbledygook laying around, it's all going into the ME system for now. So everything is in the ME system now, and you guys see 9 drives are already orange. Because I used all the types. They still have a lot of room when it comes to the bytes. And that comes from all this gobbledygook here on the bottom. You know, all these single items that don't stack. All these potions and armor and tools and bees and horse heads and all this crap. So what I'm gonna do between episodes is, you know, go through and then, for example, take stuff out like these iron leggings. I don't care. Goodbye. And I'm gonna go through this and, you know, find a lot of stuff that I'm never gonna use again. and I want to make more room so I can then put away all this stuff here. I want to have all this in the ME system, and also extra machines over here that we need every once in a while. And, you know, also the redstone stuff here. I'm going to keep the Mobilicious chest. I got to figure out how to make something bigger or organize it somewhere. I would like to make an organization somewhere, you know, with all the tier 5 shards we have and all the other mobs we captured. And, you know, just make room. And then put stuff back into this bag and get rid of some of these pouches that we don't need anymore right now. Anyways, so that's what I'm going to do, clean up the ME between episodes. But before we end for today, there is another thing that I want to make. And that is a wireless access. Now, in order to get the wireless access, we need to have a ME security terminal first of all. You used to be able to just take the remote, the wireless remote, and put it into your controller, and then it was tied to your system. That doesn't work anymore. Now you need to make this ME security terminal. And I made all this off camera. This is the 16K storage component, and that's just the ones that we already made here, just 3 of them with an engineering processor and so on. And I needed to make an ME chest, which is also very simple, just an ME terminal. That's it. It's super simple to make. It's just, you know, all the press stuff, you know, just time consuming. So we make this guy. And I figured, well, it doesn't matter for right now. Like I said, I am going to redo all of this and move these around and get everything ready for the automation and so on. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. So we got this guy. Now the next thing, yeah, that's the last one. What we got to do is make this handheld, actually we got to make the ME wireless access point, this guy right here. And that's pretty much your connection. That's the antenna. That's what you talk to in the device. And we're going to make this guy right here. We start with the Fluix Pearl. And then put that over here like this, and we get this receiver. And then, whoops, and then we go here. And I forgot something. What did I forget? A glass cable. Oh, I wonder if I have any more. Nope. Okay, I got that cable made. So now we got our wireless access point. And then we are going to make... I didn't see we get 2 of these wireless boosters per pattern. I was only going to make 16, but oh well, let's just make 32. And what they do, they're going to increase the range of how far we can access it with the wireless device. And I'll show you guys the power consumption of that in a second. And then, of course, we need to make the actual wireless terminal, which takes another wireless receiver, another ME terminal, and a dense energy cell. We made all these earlier. Go ahead and get this. And last but not least, I wanted to also make the network tool. Because in AE2, you cannot just right-click the controller and it shows you how much power you're using and so on. You gotta make this network tool. It's another calculation press, an illuminated panel, Certus quartz wrench, which you just make with 5 Certus quartz. It's very easy in that chest. Cool. All right, I'm so excited. You guys have no idea. All right, and for now, I figured we're just gonna slap this wireless access point right back here on top of this, and that is it. Looks like a level emitter, but used to be a just a block. And now, when you use this remote, oh, wow. Okay, apparently it's charged because it used my resonant flux capacitor, but this holds 1.6 million AE. I don't know the conversion yet of this, but if we try to use it, you see it just flash for a second. You can't use it, and that is what you need the security terminal for. Here is the slot. I don't know what all this other stuff here is. Apparently, you know, you can make it secure and safe and all that stuff, but I'm not worried. Oops, wrong device. I'm not worried on this server. I trust everybody, so You know, I don't know if there's going to be any use for us to eventually use this or do something with it, but we'll figure it out when the time comes. All I wanted is to be able to do this. Now, anywhere I'm at, let's go see if we get it at the mob farms. Probably not. Out of range. Let's see without the upgrades how close we need to be. Now we're down here in the storage area and out of range. Still out of range. Okay, no problem. So let's go. Oops, wrong. Over here we should be able to get it, right? No. Wow, so we gotta be pretty much standing on top of it right now. And now let's try out this tool here real quick. And I think we just need to right click on here. Right now, MRF. Yep. What is M? Is that million RF max power? Oh, right now we're using 53 RF a tick, which is lol. Oh, yeah, we can have a little more than that. And up here you can change through all the other modes, but I want to see RF, so that's perfect. Now, how does it tell me here how much this remote uses right now? There's supposedly a way you can see on how much it takes. Maybe it's gonna show us on this guy back here. Now right click. Oh, look at that. 16 meters range, 16 RF a tick. Cool. When we put one in, it goes to 17, 18. Looks like it's going up pretty steady. Oh, let's just put them all in. 378 RF a tick. 197 meters. That's very, very far. Let's go back to the mob farm. No problem. Oh my god, this is amazing. Yes, I love it. We have access everywhere we're going. Now, we do have a lot of power, so I'm not going to worry about this right now. Let's see real quick. I just want to test it. If we go half this, that's 80 meters. Can I still get it at the mob farm? No. Okay, so, well, I'm gonna leave the 16 in there, or the other 16, I should say. So, I don't really care about power. We make enough power. 378 RF a tick is nothing. For us, at least. I mean, we have a reactor that can make us 40,000. So no biggie. I am super excited. I love it. I'm very happy. And like I said, between episodes, I'm gonna clear out a lot of the space. And most likely, I'm gonna make another drive, or maybe even two, and get a lot more discs. I don't want to have to worry about space. And here's how I usually do it. Like, it's sorted by item account right now. I know I'm not gonna get more redwood. I'm not gonna take down another one. But if there's an item creeping up, let's say we set a sheep farm and we're starting to get a lot of wool, and I see this going up 4,000, whatever. That's the time when I'm gonna make a deep storage unit for it, and then export everything into the deep storage unit and so on. So everything that we're gonna have, you know, thousands and more. Besides these, I'm gonna turn them into charcoal or something. I don't know yet. Those items will always get a deep storage unit. And between episodes, I'm gonna figure out how we're gonna automate these inscribers with ME. That's one of the first things I want to do, because we are gonna need a lot of these things for all the buses and so on. And I'd like to get into this auto crafting, you know, for the most important things. I need dense cable. Boom, make it for me. I need import bus. Make it for me. Those things. I'm not really worried about, you know, automating everything or automatic the crafting, everything possible. I do enjoy making machines by hand, but if something is gonna we need a lot of all the time, I would like to start getting used to making it auto crafting. Anyways, I had a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't get scared that I'm gonna start crafting on camera. It's only for this AE stuff. I've never done it, and I want to show you guys because I've spoken with a lot of other players that are not scared, but they're confused by AE2 because it's so different. And I thought, you know, show it on camera, so maybe it helps you guys out if you're not familiar with it yet. And if you guys have any tips or tricks on how to be better with AE2, or things I might have missed or could do better, always go down in the comments and let me know. And if you guys enjoyed the episode, I'd appreciate a thumbs up like always. And yeah, until next time, take care everybody. Bye-bye.